Hi, I'm Shaggy. I'm Philaletea, and I bought this book. The Dialogues of Saint Gregory the Great. Now, I'm not actually a historian, and one of the things that I just don't do when I read history and when I learn history is memorize great people. Because I was about 20 years ahead of the whole liberal freakout circa 2016, realizing that many of history's culture heroes were scumbags. I figured that out about the time I was 9. So watching my culture and people my age freak out 20 years later was a little bit of a, I'll just sit and watch this and laugh. Sit and watch my generation grapple with something they should have figured out 20 years ago in their adulthood. Okay, here we go. Let's just buckle in and laugh. I should have gotten on the internet. I should have done this then. I do feel a little bit of guilt about that. In a lot of ways, I do feel like the resulting 9 years are in part my fault, my consequence for not saying anything. Because I was telling people that Trump was a joke in 2015. I lost the respect of the love of my life because I just assumed the position that Trump was the best thing possible because it was going to fracture the Republican Party. And then she didn't think it was funny at all when I started laughing that, oh, the inverse happened. He fractured the Democrat Party. And so on some level, like, I can understand if you're like, you absolutely should have been out here talking to us about all of this while it was happening and helping us get through it if you were 20 years ahead of us. And this tent is my penance. I have 10 years of time to make up. I can absolutely understand if people were like, why are you bending your intelligence toward monsters and the supernatural? Why are you trying to understand UFOs and extraordinary cognitive states when you can understand and predict what's going on with the government and the economy? And the answer is because I never assumed I was going to live this long. Frankly, I assumed I'd be dead by 30. That was 8 years ago. But, like my father, always a decade late and all of the money short. But he used to insist that being there was good enough, so being here has to be good enough. Yeah, okay, Shaggy. What the hell have I been talking about? Oh, right. Anyway, all of that was about great people in history. If I'm not wrong, St. Gregory is also the guy who chased away the Huns, and he was the Pope who refused to be Pope. So I'm very interested to read his philosophical and theological dialogues, because most of my creative work is dialogues. If you go right now and you look on the Patreon for my the last Sandcastle work, what you'll find, most of it is just dialogue, characters talking to one another. You can cover an incredible amount of expository and character development with good dialogue. So good dialogue is where good creative writing needs to begin. So that's where I begin. That's most of what I produce. Anyway, this has cool ghost stories in it.